Alrighty, some Eldrazi taxes. We won the die roll. We would like to be on the play. Uh, hmm, hmm. This hand's very close. I'm going to keep it. Really, obviously this Ghost Quarter should be something else. But if we draw any white or black source, we are in it. The other thing I really like about this is if we draw Eldrazi Temple, then we just get to start playing these guys. Wasteland Strangler and Thought-Knot Seer. Opponent has Inquisition. Swamp into Inquisition. Wonder if this is just 8 rack or Mono Black Devotion, something like that. I have no idea what they take. Might be just... Okay, I probably would have taken Arbiter. I guess I don't really care. Because it's the only card that we can cast, sure. But if their hand is actually very good, then I guess it just doesn't matter. Like, you just want to take Tidehowler Sculler and not take the chance. And the backup Thoughtseize. I assume this is Thought-Knot here. Like, it kind of has to be. If you took Tidehowler Sculler and you don't want the hand disruption, then you definitely take Thought-Knot here. It's also the biggest hitter in our hand. Nope, took Eldrazi Displacer. Well, I am nothing short of confused. Unfortunately, we didn't draw a land, so I don't even feel comfortable, like, Ghost Quartering here. Even though I should normally, like, under normal circumstances, I'd happily, but... So, Swamp Island Tectonic Edge, and all my opponent has played is Hand Disruption. I mean, sure. Like, alright, well... Gonna play Aether Vial. Gonna swing for 2 again. Our opponent's at 12 just because of all the Thoughtseizing. I have no idea what this deck is. Is it blue-black 8-rack? No, it can't be 8-rack because there would have been more mass discard instead of just targeted discard. It's actual factual Doomblade. Alrighty. Decides not to cast anything. We are going to put a counter on Aether Vial. Not going to bother casting the other one. I don't know, I guess we get to bluff something. Our opponent didn't have a counter because he just completely F6 through our turn, which is strange. Like, he had something to do on his turn. Like, he started tapping mana. He decides not to and passes. I assumed it was because he was holding up counter magic, but I don't know. He just has something better to do at 5 mana. Okay. Tassiger. I mean, yeah. Tassiger. Alright. Man, I just realized how good Doomblade is against our deck, because even our black creatures aren't black. Jeez. Alright, I guess we'll Thoughtseize here. Take some damage. We're going to go to 16, and then we're going to go to 12. So we're going to both be at 12. But I'll be able to take, ideally, a removal spell. No, he counter squalls. That's just really good. I don't know. I guess we'll play out the Aether Vial because we can. Pass the turn. Next turn, because he has cards in his graveyard, in exile, that we can actually... I wonder if I should Wasteland Strangler to attempt to kill the Tassiger. I think I might, actually. Because there's 2, I have to click on them. I'm saying yes to each. Yes, I'd like to use Aether Vial's ability. Okay. Yes, I'd like to use it. Okay, Thalia. Do I cast Thalia? We're gonna cast Thalia and go to 11. Oh man, that's so much better. Nope, nope, it's just gonna counter it. Jace's Ingenuity. Huh. Alright, well, we're F6ing here. Um, Jeez. So, I guess this is just budget blue-black control. My hope is that he blindly attacks with Tasigur, which will allow me to... Buh. Alright, the Inquisition... Yeah, I'm going to use this to take my Wasteland Strangler. I'm going to process a card. This means he can't attack this turn, is basically it. He's going to get a Thoughtseize back in his yard. He's going to take a Flicker Wisp. I'm still going to have a Flicker Wisp. And the important thing with this is he still has 2 cards in exile, so I can vial in Flicker Wisp to do the same thing next turn. Okay, so this one is for that. I'm going to hit OK to this one. I would like to use this one. I would not like to use that one. No. Okay, Godless Shrine. Alright, so we're definitely attacking here, and the reason why is because depending on how he blocks, I'm going to be able to vial in Flicker Wisp and either save my creature. Alright, that's what I wanted to do. And then I want to go to damage. First strike damage happens, and then I'm going to activate Aether Vial. Use the ability to vial in Flicker Wisp. Flicker Wisp Wasteland Strangler. I want to wait till after damage, not after first strike damage. So I would get the 3 in. That was my bad. The end result is I kill Tasigur. The problem is he can have back Inquisition. And then I will give him Thoughtseize back in his graveyard. Yep, so I missed 3 damage there. That was my bad. That was the plan anyway. Desecration Demon. Jesus. No, I don't want to sacrifice a creature. Though I may at some point. Okay, so we're going to put those on the stack. Do I want to go to 3 and 4? I think I'm going to. And I'm going to stop there. Because this lets me cast pretty much everything. Alright, so I'm going to play Eldrazi Temple. Man. I don't know what he has. Unfortunately, I'm not really in a racing position. So I kind of just have to... I can't attack, because he goes to 9 and eats one of my creatures, and then I still go to 5. So I'm just going to pass here. So Inquisition, sees I have nothing. Yes, Hero's Downfall. I'm not going to sacrifice a creature because it's just going to make it bigger. He's going to be able to attack for 6. I am dead next turn. Alright, so we're going to put these on, and now we're going to do always no and always no for the rest of this match. Jeez. Okay. Well, no, probably have to sacrifice it next turn. And then on his upkeep, on his draw step rather, I'm going to activate Aether Vial, use its ability, throw in Thought-Knot Seer, trigger the ability, take the best card in his hand, and at least now I have. So we're going to take Remand. I'm going to be able to. So now I have to sacrifice a creature. I'm going to sacrifice this Flicker Wisp. And I don't know, I guess I have a potential to win if I draw a creature every single turn. Or an Aether Vial. I guess technically I still have 2 draw steps. That's very unfortunate. Alright, so now I'm forced to attack with Thought-Knot Seer. And what this means is my only option is to draw Path to Exile this upcoming turn, otherwise I just can't win. There was no way for me to finagle a win, even with that extra 3 damage. Like, if he was at 2, I couldn't do anything. And the problem with this is he's going to get to draw an extra card. So, Path to Exile or nothing. Put these on the stack. Yeah. Alright, Wasteland Strangler. That's not going to do it. Because I can Wasteland Strangle him. I mean, I guess every turn I draw a creature, I get to Fog for a turn. So as long as I draw a creature, I can technically prolong this. The big thing is definitely going to be at what point like, he doesn't have another way to win the game, presumably, and neither do I. I assume he doesn't actually have that. Oh, he just chases Ingenuity. Okay. I assume he has it now. Alright, Desecration Demon on the stack, Elviolin, Wasteland Strangler. Put that on the stack, choose target creature. I'm going to choose him, but I'm not going to process anything because it doesn't actually do anything. And then I'm going to sacrifice this creature. I think I stand better time in the sideboard games now that I know what I'm up against. Sort of. I don't really have much of a sideboard for this. So I guess we'll see with this draw step. Tide Hallowscalar. I'm just going to concede. I'm not technically dead, but I don't want to play this game anymore. Okay, so what do I do here? I'll bring in the Rest in Pieces because he probably gets a lot of value out of the graveyard. Core Firewalker doesn't seem great. Inquisition will take a lot of the removal spells. Path to Exile I definitely need. Flare Wisp is not great. Wasteland Strangler is not great. I'm going to trim one of each. What else isn't great? I'm going to trim one vial. And, gotta trim one more card. But I like all these cards a bit. I brought in Rest in Peace and Inquisition. And maybe Bad at Magic. And play 61 cards. I would like to play first. Yeah, we're keeping it. We're gonna Inquisition turn 1, turn 2 we're gonna Rest in Peace. And then after that we have Eldrazi Temple 2, like basically this hand is mediocre at best. But alright, he has Ghost Quarter Estuary, Jason Ingenuity, Swamp, Damnation Island. So I do have to worry about Damnation, so I can't overcommit to the board unless I draw a Thoughtseize, but that's fine. Keeps that open, which is just fine. Um, hmm. Do I care about the Wasteland Strangler? Uh, so I like Wasteland Strangler here just because it means I get to start swinging for 3, and it's not actually that great in the matchup because he's running basically mono giant creatures. So this does mean I'm going to get to start attacking for 3 next turn, which is huge. Like, my opponent probably only has 6 turns to win the game. Like, he just has to start removing things. Alright, how do I feel about Tidehowler Sculler? I'm going to do it. So that way he has to remove... okay, so he's not close. Even with... what was I going to say? Even with a fetch land, he's not close to Tassiger. He's still another mana away, and he doesn't have anything else to cast. So next turn is when I'm going to have to resolve Rest in Peace, and I'm fine with that. And I think he's probably just rushing to Jace's Ingenuity at this point. Wonder if he's actually running. Okay, that's respectable. And I certainly, in this case, I'm lucky enough to not care. But that makes me super happy. I guess that actually is another way for him to put stuff in the graveyard. I also like going for Rest in Peace here, because if he's more inclined to remand, he probably just cycles remand anyway. But sweet. This is great. I'm gonna go Caves of Koilos, attack for 5. I'm probably just gonna sit on Flicker Wisp, because one of the big mistakes you can make, especially up against black-based control decks like this, is to just overcommit way too much. Like, Modern's a very aggressive format, but this is not an aggressive deck. Thought-Knot Seer, on the other hand, I can see I'm just going to do it. Actually, 7, I have 5, 2. Alright, yeah, I'll fire off the... Oof. I'm so conflicted because Thought-Knot Seer means I just lose super hard to a Damnation next turn if he has another one. So I just have to, like, Thought-Knot Seer now. If he has Damnation or Languish, take it and just fade one draw step. And I think that that's worth it at this point. Alright, he's going to remand it, which is secretly fine because I'm almost winning next turn. I also like going for that play because if he just has a single removal spell and takes away Tidehowler Sculler, he gets back Damnation, but he can't cast it, and that also leaves me 7. Alright, do I wish to sacrifice a creature? No. Okay. So, how do I do this? Actually, I think I'm just going to Flicker Wisp, flicker that away, and hit him to... Wasn't hard at all. Gonna Flicker Desecration Demon. We're going to go to attacks and attack for 5. And we have a Flicker Wisp for next turn as well. And even if that doesn't happen, so now, like, obviously if he languishes, that's worse, but if he's on the Damnation plan, that's not going to be good enough. Like, he has to kill these 3 creatures. That being said, even just something like something really dumb like Drown in Sorrow or Flaying Tendrils just totally gets us. But my hope is that my opponent just scoops it up here. Alright, go for the Wasteland Strangler. Don't think I super agree with that. He's tapped out, which means we win. He just doesn't know it yet. Okay, so we're going to go back to the sideboard. I haven't picked a card to cut. I think I like this a lot, so I'm just going to run it back. Alrighty, obviously on the draw. Jesus. Well, we're keeping it. Turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Thalia. He'll kill a Thalia for 3 mana, and then I get to play another Thalia for a million turns. Oh, and I have Flicker Wisp on turn 3. Basically, everything's amazing. What's Infest? Oh, that's so good. But he has Mana Leak up next turn. Alright, so, man. Infest just seems like way too good. I'm gonna have to write that card down. Um, but it's like I don't know how much to play around it. It is just a board wipe. I wonder. There's no reason to play Infest over Drown in Sorrow though, so I'm not sure why he is. Maybe just likes the art or something. I don't know. Uh, hmm. I think I'm just gonna take. I'll take Infest. Just because it's a potential 2-for-1, and all of the other, even the counter spells, are actual just 1-for-1s. So I'll probably go Thalia next turn. He'll Mana Leak it, or he Inquisitions, in which case I get to resolve a Thalia, which this is actually probably better. He probably should have just kept up the counters. Um, yep, I'm going to go Thalia. It's going to resolve. If he draws a removal spell, next turn I get to go Shambling Vents, which is also really good against his deck. So everything's just fantastic on my front. Next turn I get to start attacking with Shambling Vent, which is fine from my point of view. He has Mana Leak, Remand, and a Mystery. 2 mysteries now. This is his 4th turn, and he missed a land drop, which is obviously Fantastic Caress. Not so much him. Go ahead, animate Shambling Vents. Shambling Vent. He's gonna pay 2 mana to kill a Thalia. That's fine. Do I Inquisition here? I think I actually might. I just need to do this correctly and actually play Caves of Koilos. Yeah, we'll take our damage since we're just gonna gain it back anyway. Oh no, this makes us. So I'm gonna cancel and go into the tank on this again. Do I care about Inquisitioning instead of getting in an extra 2 damage? I don't actually think so, because Thalia is taxing him a lot, and he's probably going to be forced to take the Inquisition. If I could Inquisition a Tasigur or a Desecration Demon, I would be much more inclined to do that. But because I can't, I'm just going to animate attack for 4. Yeah, my opponent already F6'd, so I'm going to as well. Next turn I'm going to be able to Inquisition, and does he reveal? No, he does not, because he's been missing land drops. The Phantasmal Image. Oh, that's true. I could have taken Phantasmal Image, and I did know about that. Unfortunately, they do both have First Strike. So what do I care about? Alright, so now because of the way this combat is, I'm probably just gonna be Inquisition. If I want to Inquisition, I want to do it second main phase before I cast Thalia. So I'm going to attack here. See what my opponent does. Because I'm going to be able to go Inquisition, Thalia, Leonin Arbiter. While he's still sitting on like Mana Leak, Remand, Mystery card. Now if my opponent doesn't... Okay, he does block. Then yeah, that's exactly what happens. We have main phase, so I'm going to go ahead and Inquisition him. Alright, Mana Leak, Remand, Teferi. Alright, so we're going to take Mana Leak because Remand, while it does draw him a card, it also means we don't lose one of our cards. Teferi is certainly annoying, but I get to attack for 6 next turn, and that's nice. Meanwhile, of course, his stuff still costs 3. Alrighty. So we're going to go ahead and animate here. So once again, I already F6'd, so we're just going to do the same. We're not going to play our lands, we're going to pretend like we have the best hand ever invented. What does he have? Hero's Downfall? That is unfortunate, but alright. Alright, so now he has Teferi. We should remember that. Okay. Teferi has Flash, but it's only a 2/2, right? I'm gonna quick Google that. Nope, that sure is a 3/4. Okay. That's kind of crappy. So I can suicide a guy in, but then I only can hit him to 4. So I'm just gonna pass here and wait to actually draw something. It's been really unfortunate that I just ripped like 3 lands in a row. But as soon as I get something, I mean, Path to Exile obviously being the biggest one, but who knows beyond that. Also, our clock is starting to run low, but still a ways away. He's going to flash into Fairy. That's fine. I'm fine casting my Path to Exile at... he's going to Inquisition, see I have absolutely nothing, and then probably just sit back until I draw a removal spell, and he needs to draw counter spells. He's only on Remand. Oh. Oh boy. Okay. He can't do anything, I can't do anything. I can Wasteland Strangler, except I can't, because he doesn't have anything in exile. Ugh. Because I haven't drawn Path to Exile. Jeez. Alright, so I guess I'm going to hold on to Wasteland Strangler, because Wasteland Strangler plus Rest in Peace. Wasteland Strangler means... Oh, God. I still can't get... If I draw another creature, maybe. So I suicide a guy into him. Then I Wasteland Strangler, he remands it. I Wasteland Strangler again. And then next turn, I get to suicide another guy into him, and he's at 2. But then I need to draw another creature and suicide it into it. I think it's better to play it safe. I'm going to give myself one more draw step. I doubt he'll have another Inquisition. I mean, he's cast 3 of them so far. We're just going to hope. We're going to hope he doesn't have... It's only creatures have flash, right? Yeah. We're going to hope he doesn't draw another discard spell. And now Path to Exile or Rest in Peace will get us there, because we'll be able to attack our guys in without suiciding anybody. Oh boy. Okay. One more draw step. This is just excruciating, because it's just like I have a fairly large amount of outs between... Oh god, Thing in the Ice. Never mind. I have significantly fewer outs. Well, the thing is, though, I just need to take care of Teferi at this point. I'm happy to attack my guys into a 0/4. Alright, there we go. Rest in Peace. Which costs 1 more. He's going to remand it. I'm going to cast it again. Counter Squall. Man, that stinks even more than I thought. Well, we're gonna play Eldrazi Temple. We're gonna play this Wasteland Strangler. See if he remands it. I don't know. I'm choosing that target creature. And I'm not going to attack. We're just going to keep on keeping on. Also doesn't do anything. Alright, come on, Thought-Knots here. Resolve. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Ah, crap. If he has, like, double remand. Okay, so he remands. He needs to cast 2 more things for Thing in the Ice to come back. I do get to Thought-Knots here 1 more time. Which is good, because I can finally get through to Fairy. Oh no, pay costs. If it's Mana Leak, I can pay for it. But now he just needs a thing. Now, luckily, I get to take a thing if he currently has it. Oh, jeez. Cryptic Command and Jace's Ingenuity? Well, I take Cryptic... Oh, no, I should have taken Jace's Ingenuity, but it's just so good. Alright, I'm just going to... Do I attack here to get in 2 damage? Yeah, I'm just going to attack. He can only eat 1 creature. He'll take 2 and go to 4. And he's going to have 1 large creature. I'm going to be able to... If he's smart, he'll probably just wait until my turn and not just swing for 7 for value. But I don't know if I'm going to be able to come back from this. Thalia. He can still pay for it through Thalia. So if anything, so I just go to combat. He's letting me attack, which seems incorrect. Oh, that's right, I left him Jace's Ingenuity and not Cryptic Command. Alrighty. So we don't have a lot of time left to win the game, but it can still happen. We still have a lot of time. We're going to Thought-Knot Seer here because that's what we can do. We probably should have led with Thalia so that he couldn't... Okay. And we're going to take Doomblade. And then I'm going to just commit everything I can to the board. Okay. No. I'm going to play Leonin Arbiter. Play Athalia. He has Disfigure, which he should have done in response, so it doesn't like bog him down, but he has a 7/8. I have 4 creatures. Hopefully he can't win, because if he just flashes into Fairy, he can Teferi, Disfigure, and that's 3 creatures. He should have Disfigured in response to Thalia to kill Leonin Arbiter. I guess now he technically has the land, but he didn't have 2 removal spells. Yeah, like you have Teferi, that's fine. I guess he can Phantasmal Image, If he phantasmal images... No, there's nothing. Alright, I'm gonna just path this. Which lets me win through 2 removal spells. And he doesn't have enough for 2 removal spells. I'm pretty sure I won without the path, but it's nice to finally actually draw it. Like, alrighty. We're attacking with all of our creatures. This is all we can do, actually. I should not do that. In case something freak does happen. He's doing stuff. Darkness. Okay, just disfigure. Okay. And there we go. Oh boy, that was, yep, grueling, but Death and Taxes can be control if, I don't know, just slog through it slowly. Alright, I will see you again for the next round.